Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go now.
They'll go again with Mitchell. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Richardson. Now he takes off. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Let's go.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. He'll let it go deep left sideline. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And he's going to take this up to the 17-yard line. First down, and they stick with Gibbs. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Jaden Hicks on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7.
Here we go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Now he'll run.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
Ready.
3rd and a yard.
Check.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. They're going to get the conversion here on 3rd down. He'll bring this up to the 33-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as... The pass is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He's going to let this one go deep. That is hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Gibbs. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They send him right out of the slot. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Richardson going up top. And that is incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. When that last possession results in the pick, you'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll struggle to get positive yardage here, only up to about the 5. Second down and 8. Once again, it's Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. First and second down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And that'll set up 4th down. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Richardson. He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
A run here with Mitchell. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Let's go.
Another run here with Mitchell. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's Mitchell from the pistol. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Here we go, set.
On play action, Richardson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, You don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's over the middle and intercepted.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Mitchell. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That's caught. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and
he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The kick is good. And the Commanders are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Slot man in motion right. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Let's go now.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Here's a give to Gibbs on the zone read. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
That 1st and goal sack now changes everything defensively, Mike. You imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on 2nd and 3rd down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation, I think is a huge win.
They'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by DJ Turner. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20. First and 10. Richardson to throw. Down the field, he's got his tight end Okonkwo. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
He'll get this across midfield to about the 49. Quinyon Mitchell up to make the stop. Second and 7. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Now Mike Tomlin going to send out the field goal unit. This would tie the NFL record, a 66-yard attempt. And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-point game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Deron Payne there for the stop.
On the double. Come on, set. Ready.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. Here's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. That's complete. He's got it to London. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ready, set, go.
They'll throw out of the gun. Taking off.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A run here with Gibbs. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
He'll drop to throw. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. It's a pickup of 14. And the decision to go for it pays off. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Third and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bucs will tie this game up here late in the 1st half.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Richardson. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. That is brought in. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got it. So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. London brought in motion. And a nice defensive play. Their good awareness coming through to make the play in the backfield for a loss of yardage. Here comes 3rd and 6.
Cougar 19, Mustang 19.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go now.
London brought in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 5.
Ready.
Left side in the hands of London. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and...
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Tampa.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go, set.
Throwing, Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and Him and his receiver are able to connect.
19 right. Here we go.
From the gun, Richardson. That's into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, Washington. Now the try for an extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They hand it to Gibbs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cup, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, go!
Now, he'll air one out. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
I think when he goes back and watches this film, that's certainly going to be a ball he wishes he could get back. He puts a little too much air on it, and they're able to make a play, and they get themselves off the field.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, Richardson. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And the Buccaneers will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. To the end zone, it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Let's go.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
He'll get this out wide. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. of the shotgun. Richardson. He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Looking downfield. That's Musgrave, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for Washington. And even 30 yards.
Okay, great. Here we go, set.
Trying the left side. Here's Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Commanders come up with it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Richardson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Richardson operating from the pistol. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
Let's go now.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Let's go.
Here's Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. That one taken in by London. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll look to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Ready up.
Now Richardson. That's hard. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. A big play there for Washington. 31 yards.
Trap 60, trap 60. Here we go. Check go.
A shotgun snap, and they give it to Mitchell. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Richardson. This one taken in by Hyatt. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, a run with Mitchell. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category, but The biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Here is 1st and 10.
70 Lions, go!
They'll drop to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Here comes 2nd down.
Come on, set! Come 19, come 19!
He'll look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Jeremy Chin. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
And he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go! Let's go! 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates!
Right back to the air following that pick 6. He's going to run it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Shut up! Check go!
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Open man, he's got it. It's London. Down the sideline. And he will score. Drake London. Touchdown Buccaneers. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Okay, ready?
The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. They motion the slot man left. On 2nd down, Richardson going for it all. That is hot. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. On the handoff, here comes Mitchell. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Richardson. That one knocked away and incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
This one all but over. Here's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Richardson. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, what a great play call down there, using the size of the tight end. You've been there. That's a really difficult play to pull off.
And I can promise you, Mike, they spend a lot of time all week working on this very play. They go down in the red zone, and they talk through it. They walk through it. He understands he's got that big body tight end. Use all of that space to the outside. Keep the ball away from the defender. And it's the trust knowing that your guy is going to keep those feet in bounds and come down with 6.
That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18.
Here we go. One final play. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And the Commanders are going to come up with the late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So a win here on the road for the Commanders. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.